Hello, my lovely viewers. Today on Society 360, I am going to show you some new discoveries that are targeting farmers in the grain industry. I am going to engage a young Ghanaian who has found solution to reduce post-harvest losses for farmers who farm maize, rice, and other grains, other crops in the grain value chain. His name is Isaac Sessi. He's going to talk to us about two of his products and how it can help you and others in the value chain. So come with me as I have him here on Society 360. Welcome to this channel. We are glad to have you. Tell us about yourself and a bit about your company.
Thanks for having me, Sefako.
Yes.
I am Isaac Sessi. I am the founder of Sessi Technologies, where we develop technology solutions to help farmers to reduce losses, increase their productivity, and maximize their income. So we have a range of products and services that we have developed for the grain value chain. That is helping to that's empowering farmers and everybody in the value chain to reduce losses, to increase productivity, and to maximize their income. And I look forward to talking about two of these key technologies that we have developed as the segment goes.
Yes, I'm really eager to know because personally I came in contact with a zero fly bag, and I think the feedback I got from the farmers I got in touch with, I think in Kede, one extension officer was explaining to me about the usefulness of the bag and how it's helping farmers in the grain value chain. And so I think the first one I would want you to talk about is the zero fly bag.
Right. So the zero fly bag is a new hermetic storage technology that us and our partners have come up with. And as you know, in our grain value chain, the way we store grains is by using what we call the regular PP bags, which is the size 3, size 4, size 5.
Yeah.
You put your corn inside, and then 2 months later, you see holes in the corn, you see mold in the corn, insect chewing, rodents chewing, and then you have lost your investment. You are trying to sell quickly so that you don't lose all of your money. Or for some people, they will put phosphotoxin and other dangerous chemicals in there, trying to kill all of these insects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we have come up with a zero fly hermetic bag to eliminate all of these problems. And this is what is special about the zero fly hermetic bag. First of all, it's made up of 2 layers.
Okay.
So we have an outer layer and an inner layer. The outer layer is made up of the regular polypropylene material, but this is woven very tight. And so you see that the quality is very high. Secondly, we have an insecticide coating on the outer layer, which is the same insecticide that we use in the mosquito treated nets. And so it's very safe. It doesn't really contaminate the grains in any way. So what happens is that any insect trying to penetrate from the outside to chew your corn, the insecticide is going to knock them dead and they are just going to die. In fact, if you put corn inside this bag and then you put it in your warehouse, you come back and you see all the weevils and insects dead around the grains.
Wow.
So that is the outer layer. Now the inner layer also is made up of a plastic material, which is such that once you put your grains inside and then you tie it and it's airtight, no air and water can enter. And so any insects that were in your grain before you even bagged it, within 21 days, they will use up all the oxygen in the grain and they will die. So you have protection in the inside and the outside, which means that if you put grains inside this zero fly hermetic bag today, 2 years down the line, you open it and how it was when you put it inside, that is how it's still going to be. So for up to 2 years, even more, you can have this bag, put your grains inside, and you have the peace of mind knowing that your grains are going to be fine. There's not going to be insects, no pest attacks, nothing. It's just going to stay preserved for you just as you put it in. So that is the zero fly hermetic storage bag.
Wow, that's quite amazing. So assuming I'm a maize farmer and after harvesting my maize dry, what do I need to do before bagging it in the zero fly bag? Because what I know is usually the maize farmers, after the maize is dry, they harvest it, they now have to go and be looking for chemicals to spray it on them in order to kill this insect like you talked about earlier. With this bag, do they need to do that as well, or
No.
what's the process?
So when you harvest your grain, the first thing you need to do is to ensure that it is dried to the right moisture content.
Okay.
So every grain has the moisture, the best moisture content range for storage. For corn, it's below 13%. So if you can dry, since you mentioned corn, let's talk about corn. If you can dry your corn to less than 13%, then you know that okay, it is right for storage. But how do you know whether the corn is 13% or less? That is where our grain mate moisture meter comes in, which I'm sure we are going to talk about. But once the moisture level is good enough, then you put it in the zero-fly hermetic storage bag. You tie it, you put it somewhere safely on a pallet or somewhere in a well aerated warehouse, and then that is it. You don't have to put any chemicals. You don't need to spray. You don't need to do nothing.
Okay, so while this is ensuring that we do not consume a lot of chemicals in us, you are also storing your grains and then sell it at the appropriate time.
Yes.
Without the fear of insect infestation, you have to rush and dispose it of by selling it. Okay, so we are coming to talk about the pricing of this. Is it expensive? Because usually our farmers, those are the things they look out for before they try to adopt new innovations.
Yeah, so currently the zero-fly hermetic bag, we have it in two sizes. There's the 50-kilogram size and the 100-kilogram size. The 50-kilogram size goes for 17 cedis. The 100-kilogram size goes for 20 cedis.
Oh wow, it's very cheap.
Yeah, and the thing is, maybe people will see it and they will compare it to like the size 4 and the size 5, but this does not do the same thing that the size 4 and the size 5 does. This is for storing your grain securely for a long time. The size 5 is just helping you to store for a very short time and transport. So you shouldn't compare apples and oranges. But even if you wanted to make those comparisons, you realize that this is cheaper in the long run because the size 5, you are going to use it and use it just once. This one, you use it, you pour your grains, you fold it, you can use it again up to 3-4 times over a 2 to 3 year period. That is if it's not torn. Before it's finally, you finally are not able to use it anymore.
Okay, that's quite interesting. Then I think that this is very suitable for even others in the value chain who are not into direct farming, like aggregators, those who buy grains and store them for a very long period before selling off. This bag is for you. And from what he's saying, 2 years or up to 3 years, I mean, it's good, right?
Yes.
Okay,
good.
so I think I'll move you to the moisture content, which will bring me to this device, this beautiful device you're seeing at the background here, GrainMate. Tell me about it. Take me through the process.
Yeah, so GrainMate is a grain moisture meter, and what it does is that it helps you measure the moisture content in your grains, so that you can tell what the moisture content is. And why is that important? If you are a feed producer, for instance, knowing the moisture content in your grains can determine whether the feed you are going to produce is of high quality or poor quality. And that will determine whether your birds are going to get good feed to eat or not. And that will determine whether they'll be productive or not, whether the eggs are going to be good or not. And, you know, if you're a poultry farmer, you're looking at the meat, you're looking at eggs, you're looking at how to reduce mortality, because all of this is money. And all of this, you can trace it to just the feed and being able to prepare good quality feed. So GrainMate helps you to do that. If you're an aggregator, you are going to buy corn from a farmer, or you are going to the north or the Ejura or wherever to buy grains. You want to know whether the grain you are buying, whether it's too wet or too dry, because they are selling these 150 kg, 180 kg, 130 kg. You have to know whether you are buying water or you are buying actually corn.
That's
you understand? True. Because moisture is just water. So if the moisture is too high, it means that you are paying for water. And additionally, it means that this is grains that you cannot hold on to for long, because if the moisture is high, it's going to get moldy very quickly. You're going to see insect infestation very quickly. And more importantly, for aggregators, most aggregators, they are supplying to food processing companies, and the food processing companies have their moisture requirements. And so if you bring grains that are 2x, the food processing company might either reject it or will pay you less.
Yeah.
I've heard so many stories of people having to bring a whole truck full of grains to them, and then it gets rejected, and they are now looking for ways to dispose it off cheaply. That is all cost. But just being able to know the moisture content can help reduce this cost, these costs. So for anyone who works in the grain value chain, there is a need to measure moisture content for one reason or another, whether it's for sale, for storage, for processing, for feed preparation. Grain mates can help you do that in a very simple way.
Okay. We will be showing the demonstration of how the device is used, and I am sure after watching the video you would love it. And if you are an aggregator, I think it's a must. You get the bag and the device. This is made in Ghana by a young Ghanaian graduate who saw this problem that persisted in the agriculture space for a very long time and decided to provide solutions to it. So why not patronize him so that we expand the value chain, because we need more jobs created, and agriculture and the agriculture sector is rest assured for creating this job for us. So we are going to talk about the cost of this as well. How much is it? And if somebody wants to buy, where can they get it?
Thank you. So we have two models. So we have a model that is for regular commodities like corn and rice and sorghum, etc. That costs 800 cedis per unit.
Okay.
And then we also have another model that's mainly for high value crops like shea nut, and that costs 1,000 cedis.
Okay.
And this, if you compare it to the other more popular brands like John Deere that are imported, this is actually 3 to 4 times less expensive than that.
Okay, so I'm assuming somebody has a big warehouse that stores a lot of grain, like an aggregator. How many of this would you advise the person to have? Is just one enough?
Well, it depends on what their operations are. If they process a lot of grains or they store a lot of grain, maybe one will not be enough. They might get 2, 3, 4, 5, in fact, 50. I am selling this, so the more you buy, the better for me.
That's okay.
So you can get more than one to speed up your operations and to help it make it faster to test for stuff.
Okay. Now tell me, where are these easily available in agro shops, or where can we get them if somebody is interested?
Yeah, so currently, if you are looking to purchase a grain mate moisture meter, once you call us, we will deliver to you wherever you are. We have a shop in Accra. We have our main headquarters is in Kumasi. We also have a distributor in the Volta region and also in the Northern region. However, once you call us, depending on where you are, we will either deliver to you or point you to the nearest reseller that you can purchase from.
Okay, I think I will take you back a bit. In your introduction, I know you started this company after realizing the problem in the space about post-harvest loss. What even led the idea for you to go into the production of these devices and this device and the zero fly hermetic bag? Is it hermetic or hermetic? I usually hermetic bag. Okay. Yes. What was the inspiration behind them?
Well, my background is in electrical engineering and embedded systems engineering. I do hardcore electronic engineering things. However, I've always been passionate about agriculture because my parents are farmers. I myself am a farmer. I have a farm in the Volta region, so I come from a farming family. And so back in KNUST, where I did my first degree, I was connected to the Department of Agricultural Engineering because at the time they were working on a project with some other partners, and they needed someone who had that electronics knowledge to come and work on building this device that was part of the project that they were doing. And so I put together a team, and then we took the prototype and we reverse engineered it and improved upon it and came up with something that was quite good. So after the research, when you do projects and research, usually the way projects are, once you are done, everybody goes back to their lives, and you don't really see a lot of sustainability and continuity. But I felt like, look, I've committed 1.5 years, 2 years of my life to developing this technology. It has a lot of benefits. It can really improve the lives of farmers. Why just let it lie on the shelf as a research? Why not take it further and improve upon it? So that is how I started CECI Technologies, initially to commercialize this growing moisture meter technology that we developed. But then along the line, discovered that we could provide more solutions for the industry and the value chain. And that was where some of our other products, such as the Zero Fly Hermetic Storage Bag, and then our other services came up from. So that is the inspiration behind and the background behind what we currently do at CECI Technologies.
Oh, okay. Are you able to tell us how widely, especially the bag, is being used by those in the value chain? I mean, your target market.
Yeah, so given that it's a new product, we need to do a lot of work to create that awareness needed for adoption. However, we are seeing a lot of organic adoption.
Okay.
People are buying a few bags, using it and liking it, and coming back to buy a lot of bags. We have distributors that are committing a lot of money upfront to purchase these bags and resell, and then it's all over the place. And we're excited because it means that people are seeing the benefits of the bags and they are loving it. So we have quite a footprint across the country, but we still feel like this is the tip of the iceberg. The market is big, and there's still a lot more we can do to really increase the adoption of hermetic storage solutions in Ghana.
Okay, I know in every endeavor, every business, there are challenges. What are some of the challenges you have been facing along your line of business?
Yeah, so for us, as a private startup, one of our biggest challenges is funding. If you ask any business person what their biggest challenges, they'll tell you funding. Because it takes a lot of work to develop new technologies, and then even to do that marketing and awareness creation. All of that is cost. You understand? And for a small company, that is significant cost. If I wanted to do a nationwide campaign to let people know about hermetic, but you can understand how much
that would be a lot of money.
So that's the first challenge. Another challenge that we've experienced is what we feel is like not a lot of support from government institutions. Like I can count how many times I have actually gone to several government institutions to try and collaborate, work together, and we don't feel like we've gotten a lot of support. As a private company, we don't believe that someone should spoon feed us, or just because we exist, people should buy from us. But we make the effort, and we believe that we are creating a solution that is impactful and that falls in line with a lot of the things that the government wants to do. But we haven't seen so much support from that angle. Again, just the process of developing technology. Ghana is not a country where we manufacture technology, or that we produce innovations. So it's like a new playing field, us having to figure out like what to do. Even when it comes to regulatory, the regulatory bodies do not even have regulation that govern some of the things we do. So I don't want to name any specific.
I understand.
But there are lots of because it's a new space and it's a new innovation that we have. There are a lot of things we are having to sort of invent, a lot of processes we are having to invent, and those are all challenges.
Okay, so we're bringing our conversations to a close. Usually, when we are doing that, we try to, as you're speaking to Ghanaians about your product, you share your contact, your location, and so you can go ahead with that.
So CECI Technologies is located. Our headquarters is located in Kumasi, Agribusiness new site close to KNUST. However, if you want any of our products, once you call us on 0555 699 870, whether it's our grain mate, our hermetic bag, our warehouse monitor, any of our solutions, we are going to deliver to you wherever you are. We're also located in Awushi, close to Banyard, and also in the north in Tamale. And so these are where you can find us. But once you call us 0555 699 870, whatever you want, we are going to supply to you. Also, our website is www.cecitechnologies.com. You'll find a lot more information about our products and our services there.
Wow, thank you. It's been nice engaging you on this channel. We are inspired because usually when we see young Ghanaians doing things like this, we are motivated to share this kind of stories. So I hope you are inspired as well. And he is trying to create a solution about post-harvest losses in the industry and came up with this device, the bag, and other services as well. So, like I say, made in Ghana goods. We need to be patronizing them, promote them, and it will be good even if our other African countries are purchasing these bags. So that has been our conversation here with Isaac Sesi of Sesi Technologies here in Accra. It's a bye from us.